Hello, my name is Mahlati Juju and I teach life orientation. So this information is taken from grade 10 life orientation solutions for all textbook. So for today we'll be talking about term 1 careers and career choices. So I'll be helping you on how to choose a career that is right for you. Okay? So, first of all, when choosing the career that is right for you, let's follow the following 1, 2, 3 steps. In the textbook, they do have steps 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there are 3 steps, right? The textbook, when you are reading it, when you're reading them, they'll be telling you about knowing yourself, which is the first step. The second step, they tell you about know about the occupations and the jobs, and the third step they tell you about you should know the requirement of national curriculum certificate. I get. And then in here we're going to be talking about my steps, of which I did come up with them looking at the steps in the textbook, just that I made them easier for all of us to understand them. Okay. Yes, so the first step, you're going to be looking at what you are currently studying and what you understand. Okay? Here, I'm here. Even though you can't see my handwriting and all of that, just listen to what I'm saying. Okay? Because what I'm saying is basically what I wrote. Okay? So let's look at this is me trying to draft everything, so don't worry. So in careers and career choices, we're going to be looking at the guidelines that will help you choose a career that is suitable for you. I get. So we're going to be looking at what you're currently studying or what you want to study. Maybe you are in grade 9 and you just want to look at this grade 10 topic to help you. Maybe you're just trying to find out what is it that you're going to study. So you're going to look at what you are currently studying, right? And then if you're studying history, you're going to be looking at that. If you're doing mathematics, if you're doing maths lead, if you're doing science, you're going to stay there and mention so we're going to look at that and we mention all of your subjects. Okay? And then after mentioning all of your subjects, you're going to figure out if whether you are a science student, you're a history student, you are a commerce student, or you are did one thing with the art. I think it has to do with the art. And like the basics, the 3 ones. Yeah. Yes. And after identifying what you study, you're going to find careers in what you are studying. Again, obviously, when you are a science student, you're going to look at the science careers, right? You're going to be looking at body nursing, the teachers, the doctors, the engineers, keep in mind, I think about the miners, the geologists. These are the science careers. I get. And then when you do the commerce, you're going to be looking at also my teacher. You can be a teacher and teach accounting. You'll be looking at the careers under the commerce. And when you do art, you're going to be looking at the careers under art. I get. We're here now. I get. Looking at the careers based on what you are studying. And then number 3, right? I'm sure that most of us, we are confused on who to be, what to do, where to go, and all that, which is not new. Honestly, Lina, myself, I didn't have a career in mind. I didn't have a career in mind. I didn't know who I want to be. I was just confused as you. But if you are not confused, that is good for you. I like that for actually I love that for you. Then I used to envy my peers when they clearly knew what they wanted to be when they grow up, and that was just amazing because I couldn't figure it out, and I am still I'm still not figuring it out. But even though I'm working though, but I still don't know who I want to be. I want in terms of careers and career choices, not in terms of personality and all that. In terms of personality, I am fine. Okay, but when in terms to careers and careers, I don't know who I want to. Maybe like I'm not sad. I don't blame myself. I'm I don't regret whatever. I could have been somewhere else. I don't, because what one, I didn't know who I wanted to be. So even if I end up as a doctor, I end up as a nurse, I end up as a social worker, to me it was just okay, cool, just a job. I get. So you might be just like me, and then now I studied science because they were kind of easier to understand. I couldn't understand the commerce growing up. I couldn't understand the balance sheet in the EMS in grade 9. I couldn't understand the balance sheet plus the attitude. Obviously, the balance sheet. Most of us in our class, we didn't understand them, and obviously, I was just also influenced by other learners' attitude. Like when they say, "Oh, balance sheet is very difficult," and I was like, "Oh, no, it's difficult," and then I don't understand it. But honestly, I didn't understand it. But I feel like maybe if ever I was influenced in a good way, maybe I would have done careers in. I would have done commerce. But yeah, let's move on. Not like I regret. So so when you find the careers in what you're studying, again, obviously the careers will be about go Google or asking people or asking your teachers. Again, you'll be asking your teachers, what can I do with what I'm studying? Right? And then you're gonna be mentioning at least 5 or 6 or 7 or 10. Again, you're gonna be mentioning at least 10 people that you know are working under what you studied. Again, and then you're gonna be mentioning those careers probably maybe in your community or town, or let's not go further because some of what we'll be choosing easier subjects so that we can be able to pass, and then we don't know the careers again, or we don't know 1 or 2 or 3 people who studied that career, and at the end of the day you're going to go university, or you're going to university and you're going to come back and stay at home. So let's move on to another guideline, another step. The last step is that you're going to be matching the careers with who you are. Yes, you're going to be you're going to be matching your careers with who you are, and you're going to be doing it based on your personality. Again. So after doing all of that, you're gonna be matching with let's say you're doing science and Oboni, you wanted to be a nurse. Step number 2, Oboni nurses. And then now step number 3, you have to match being a nurse with your personality. Again, but the personality is not based on it's not based on your general personality, but being shy, but being loud, but being moody, but being competitive. But even not those ones. We're talking about the career personality types based on careers and career choices, which include are you realistic? Are you investigative? Are you artistic? Entrepreneur, enterprising. Another one is conventional, and the last one is social. These are based on careers and career choices. Because don't be out here stopping yourself from being a nurse because maybe you are shy. I get a work is work. You can be a nurse even though you're shy. Shyness. We're not looking for shyness. We're looking for you to do your job, right? Hey. And then another thing is you can't say you don't want to be a dancer because you are shy. You know your job is job. You go there, you dance, you get paid, you go home. So whenever you are trying to find your careers, don't be out here looking at your current personality. Plus, your current personality can be influenced by where you are and your classmates and your friends. You can be with loud, interesting friends, and you'll be out here thinking maybe you're an artist, and when you get there, you be alone. You find out, girl, do you have artist as just that you were with friends who appreciate art, who like art, who love art, who are creative, and then it's a group of friends, and now you just end up copying what I do and all of that. And all of that. And then you end up thinking, oh, I didn't like creative. So really good when you are still young, your personality can be influenced very quickly, very fast, and all that. So we are looking at the personalities based on careers and career choices. again. And then the personalities are explained in your textbook again. In your textbook, I think it's page 41 again, whereby they explain the personality types, and then they tell you that you can have more than one personality. And then I read all of those personalities and I tried to match them with my learners in class. Or okay, you know what, if a learner is conventional, got classing in my class, I'm gonna this following learner is going to do this following learner does this following one. And then I realized that okay, if you are artistic, the following learner does this in class. Okay, so I tried to take those personality types that have been explained. If you can tell, if you can see, one of my explanations or my examples, they might be slightly or similar to the explanations in the textbook. Okay, so when you go read the explanations in the textbook, and then you're going to come to my video and you see, oh okay, because I took them and tried to relate them to what is happening in our classroom, or this following learner does. I'm teaching them so I can see, or so when they talk about a social learner, these are the following learners who do this and this and this and this in class, so that you can be able to understand them. And so that you can be able to match them on yourself. By the way, you can have more than one personality type. So in class, when a learner has a personality type of being social, personality type social, they enjoy solving community problems. And then in class, usually those following learners, they write on the board. They don't mind writing on the board. They don't mind helping other learners with math problems, and they don't mind sharing their answers in class, even if it's not a math problem or other subject related problems. In class, they'll be raising up their hand, they'll be giving out their answers, and they don't mind. Even if you just tell them, or guys, let's do a group and share our answers, they'll be the number one learners to share their answers, to stand up and write whatever they wrote. Even if you tell them, okay, let's give us corrections, let's see what you wrote, write down what you wrote, they don't mind. They are willing to help. And they're willing to solve community problems, especially with the maths lead and physical sciences. They don't mind to share. If they understand physical sciences, they don't mind to stand up in front of other learners and tell them, oh guys, this is how we solve this projectile problem, this is how we do this. Okay, those learners have a social personality type. They usually write notes on the board. They don't mind, even if the handwriting is not good. We just be willing to stand up and go write the corrections, memorandum in the classworks and all that. So in class, and let's move to realistic. So if a learner has a realistic personality type in class, so let's say when you feel like, obviously you're going to be reading what is in the textbook, and then you're going to relate it to what I'm saying here now. So if a learner is realistic and if a learner has this realistic personality type, they do enjoy physics. They enjoy physics more than chemistry. They just feel like physics, it's simpler. Physics, it's easy more than chemistry. So they do enjoy physics. They enjoy, and they're very good at doing projects. If you give them project, building a house, go do a house, go do some car, go do this and this, they don't mind. Go do a pot plant, they don't mind. They're very good at it, and they take it seriously. And then I think I wasn't a realist. Growing up, I wasn't realistic, to be honest. But my project, I sugar. Maybe I don't even want to. Every time when I give the learners a project to go build a house or go do a circuit, and they come back with beautiful things, I'm like, hey, well, these people, why are they good? Why are they this good? Now I was just, mama, dad, it was just a wire here and a battery and a light, and it won't work. Those learners circuits, they be working. I'm like, cameras. I was like, busy. So I was not a realist. I didn't have a realistic personality type. But now that I'm all grown, I feel like I believe in being realistic. Okay, even though realistic is not explained the way the way I wanted it to be, the way I think it is in the textbook. But I'm being realistic. I'm like that type of person. Or okay, cool. Now let's be real. I'm that type of person who believes in reality. Okay, but anyways, it's about me. So they don't feel like they don't like theory. They like projects, doing things. Even if you can take them to the garden, they don't mind. It's nice. They don't mind. They be asking about what is outside. Ma'am, are we going to the garden? Ma'am, when are we going to the garden? Ma'am, when are we going to the trips? You understand? When are we seeing this? Ma'am, when are we seeing how this works? You understand? Those are the type of learners. Again, if you're realistic, you might do this in class. Again, so if you are investigating, you might do this in class. You might you type of learners who submits work. When a teacher asks for classwork books, you be standing up, submitting it right away. No problem. And then you find learning very easy, and just for some reason it's just easy. And then you get straight answers. You investigate, you get straight answers. Usually you be doing the science and those experience. Science, you see life sciences. Usually they have a lot of experience. What are those investigations and investigative questions, investigative questions in the textbooks. And then when you don't find them very hard to understand and very hard to answer, and you enjoy science, you have no problem with science. You have no problem with chemistry. Like, you have no problem. You feel like chemistry is easier than physics. Because chemistry is all about investigating, doing this, finding out the aim, finding out the purpose, finding out the objective. And that is not bad for you. You're fine. You submit your answers. You'll find it learning very easy. Science is good for you. Man, oh man, our science, man. You understand? So if you have the enterprising personality, usually you will be looking for new stuffs to do. What is it that I can do that is new? What is it that I can do? And you dream big, and you don't have a problem with writing paper 3. Because we feel like paper 3 is all about giving you a sentence, and you have to write an essay. Paper 3 give you essays, and then you don't have a problem with paper 3 because you believe in taking a pen and turning it into something big. So obviously paper 3 is all about giving you a sentence, and you have to turn it into something big, which is an essay. So you have no problem, man. You have no problem with paper 3. I know stress out. And usually you when you stay with it, usually you chill with a group of friends. Usually you're a groupie type. And when you're a groupie type, you always be talking. I'm not that type of person. I know there's a learner in our school who has this enterprising personality type. Always, whenever he's outside, he's with friends, he's always talking. They always listen to him. He always motivate himself. He never put himself down. So he has this enterprising personality. He doesn't see himself sitting down and doing nothing. And whenever it's easy for him to go out there and get money. He will ask other learners, and he gets it as compared to other learners. Other learners, whenever they go there, but if $100 from other learners, they don't usually get it. They don't easily get it. Marayena, he's the professor that is not that difficult. So he has this enterprising personality, and he's not scared. Usually he's not scared. He's not scared. He's not scared to sit down and sell himself and do this and do that. And he's good at paper 3. And he always has stuff to do. He always has something to do. What can I do now? What can I do to have this? What can I do to do this? And then let's look at learners who have conventional personality type. So usually they don't change seats in class. When the learner they don't change seats in class. They're better at paper 3 because it requires you to be creative, to change something or to build something out of nothing. or out of one thing or out of a sentence, and they're very good at cram work, they're very good at following the rules. I'm gonna stress, they're very conversational, every type. And then in our textbook you find that a conversational learners, they be doing marketing, they be doing sales again, they do they do finances, they do businesses, because they're okay with following routines. They're okay with following routines, and then after that they come up with a new thing. This is nice. And then the last one, we find that the learner has a personality type of being artistic. I gotta find out that this learner is artistic, and all the time these learners can be identified by you saying all the time in class and everywhere. Everywhere just be singing, they be beating up the tables and they be dancing. They have a good handwriting because they know what beauty is. Hence they take it into their handwriting. They know what beauty is, and they take those classworks of drawing a table and mind maps very serious. They be using their pencil, they be shading them, they be coloring them. They take them very serious, and they're very good at drawings. They be drawing on their uniform, they be drawing sometimes on their hands, sometimes on their uniform or their skirts, or on their tables. These are the following personality types, and this will help you to find a career that is suitable for you. That will be very suitable for you. By the way, I feel like step number 3, matching the careers with who you are, with your personality type. Don't be so strict into it, because you're still young, you're still going to be you're still going to develop. Because you might growing up with artistic personality type, and then you end up feeling like you outgrow it, and then you outgrow it and start having the enterprising and the social or the realistic or investigative personality type again. So don't be strict, and it is fine that you you can be a nurse even if you shy, or even if you're not a social person again, but you can be investigative again, and you can still be a nurse. So don't be so strict. We're like, oh well, I'm not enterprising. What would I do? I can't do market. I can't do business studies. I'm not enterprising. Maybe you will learn. You learn how to be enterprising. Most of the personality types, you will learn them while you are in it, and you find good teachers who are going to motivate you, are going to tell you how to do it, and you're still going to be fine. So don't be so strict. I think we are done with this lesson. Thank you so much. I got my pen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for clicking our video. Please continue subscribing, continue liking our video. Bye bye.